Have you ever wondered if one day you might lose faith in your role model? Do they really need to be perfect at everything to earn your admiration? Let's find out what unfolds in our story today. The film opens with a young Carl Fredrickson watching a newsreel about his hero, explorer Charles Muntz. Charles claimed that he hunted a rare bird, but Sintes discovered that he liar and he swear in front of his fans that he will hunt this bird to correct what he did. Carl meets an adventurous girl named Ellie, who also idolizes Muntz and dreams of visiting Paradise Falls. They become fast friends, bonding over adventure and exploration. The two vow to travel to South America together one day. Eventually, they grow up, fall in love, and get married. Carl and Ellie fix up an old house and build a life together. They repeatedly try to save for a trip to Paradise Falls, but life's expenses always interfere. They suffer heartbreak when Ellie discovers she can't have children. Despite this, they live a long, loving life together. Ellie eventually grows ill and passes away, leaving Carl alone. He soon hears a knock on his door. Someone is aboard. Carl opens the door to find Russell, a young wilderness explorer scout. Russell was trying to earn his Assisting the Elderly badge, but Carl says to him that he don't need a help. Now an elderly man, Carl lives alone in the house filled with memories of Ellie. Modern construction surrounds his home, but Carl refuses to move. One day, he accidentally injures a worker during an altercation with Carl. The court rules Carl must move to a retirement home. Unwilling to leave his house or Ellie's memory behind, Carl hatches a plan. He attaches thousands of balloons to his house and lifts it into the sky. His goal is to fly to Paradise Falls and finally fulfill Ellie's dream. As the house takes off, Carl is filled with wonder and freedom. But he soon hears a knock on his door. Someone is aboard. Carl opens the door to find Russell. He had been on the porch when the house lifted off. Carl is reluctant but allows Russell to stay. They begin their unexpected journey toward South America. As the house floats through the sky, Carl and Russell get to know each other. Russell talks about his dad, who is distant and rarely around. They navigate a storm which blows them off course. When the clouds clear, they see a vast jungle landscape below. Carl spots Paradise Falls in the distance. They crash land on a cliff opposite Paradise Falls. Carl is determined to walk the floating house over to the falls. He ties the house to himself and begins the long trek. Russell joins him, still trying to be helpful. They begin walking through the wilderness, dragging the house along. While hiking, they encounter a colorful and rare bird. Russell names it Kevin, unaware it's actually female. Kevin is playful and follows them around. Russell instantly bonds with her and shares his chocolate. Carl is annoyed but allows Kevin to tag along. Soon after, they meet Doug, a golden retriever with a talking collar. Doug is goofy, loyal, and immediately likes Carl. The group continues toward the falls with Doug now in tow. Doug informs his boss using talking collar that he got the bird. They are soon surrounded by more talking dogs. Doug's pack. The dogs capture Carl and Russell, but they not observe Kevin because he escapes and was above the house. They taking them to their master. That master turns out to be Charles Muntz, Carl's childhood hero. Muntz lives in an airship and has grown obsessed with capturing Kevin. He shows off skeletons and equipment used to track rare creatures. At first, Carl is in awe of Muntz and thrilled to meet him. Muntz warmly welcomes them, and Russell watch a skeleton seems like Kevin. Russell say to Carl that this skeleton seemed like Kevin, and Muntz hear Russell words. Muntz need this bird to correct his old mistake and back to media and say that he got this bird. When he learns they've know the bird, his mood changes. Carl tried to make Russell stop talking about bird. Carl realizes Muntz is not the hero he once thought. Muntz becomes hostile, demanding they hand over Kevin. Carl refuses, wanting to protect her. A tense escape ensues as the group flees Muntz's airship. Kevin is injured during the chase. Muntz burns down Carl's house. Carl is torn between fulfilling Ellie's dream and keeping Russell and Kevin safe. Kevin tries to return to her babies, but Muntz is still hunting her. Carl went to try to put out the fire. Carl decides to push forward to Paradise Falls alone. He lets Kevin and Doug go, disappointing Russell. Back at the house, Carl sits alone and reminisces. He opens Ellie's old scrapbook, expecting to find empty pages. Instead, he finds photos of their life together. Ellie had filled the book with memories and left him a note. Thanks for the adventure. Now go have a new one. Moved by Ellie's message, Carl finds new purpose. He throws out the furniture to lighten the house. He sets off to rescue Kevin and make things right. Carl's spirit is renewed with youthful determination. He soars into the sky with the house once more. Russell, meanwhile, takes matters into his own hands. He steals some balloons and flies toward Muntz's airship. Carl follows behind, catching up to Russell mid-air. Carl boards the airship and sneaks aboard. He finds Russell and asks him to stay at his house and safe. The dogs attack, but Doug could beat the boss and becomes alpha rather than him. Carl battles Muntz high above the clouds. Russell tries to drive the flying house to airship to save Carl and Kevin. Carl, Kevin, and Doug run to Russell and starting to jump into house, but Muntz follow them and shot on the balloons. Carl stuck outside the house and house start to fall, and he tries to catch the wire to stop house from falling. Muntz battles Carl again, but finally Carl's success to make Muntz fall from the airship, but saddeningly the house fall too. Carl is sad, but at peace, having completed Ellie's adventure. He realizes the house was just a symbol. The real adventure was the people around him. In the end, Carl and Russell return to the city aboard the airship. Carl has adopted Doug, who is thrilled. They attend Russell's Wilderness Explorer badge ceremony. Carl steps in as his father and give him the badge. Carl watches proudly, having found a new family. Please share your thoughts about the future film in the comment section. If you haven't already, please remember to subscribe to us and leave a like if you enjoyed our material. Be careful and have a nice one.